Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Olivia Jade and her return to YouTube and just kind of what I think post the Red Table Talk and just seeing how she moves forward in this situation and how she's being perceived by literally the entire world. I kind of wanted to do this video because I saw that Creepshow Art did a video and I didn't watch that video, but it just prompted me to say, oh, okay, she posted a video. Let me go ahead and see what she's doing or saying in that video and kind of how she addresses coming back to her YouTube channel after everything that's happened. And I just wanted to talk about it and give my 2 cents and my opinion. But before I do get into this video, first of all, if you haven't seen my video about her Red Table Talk or the other videos that I've posted where I talk about her, you should probably check those out. I have them linked in the description below. Please do subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video. Like this video and also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description below. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So the first video that she's posted back, she's actually posted I think 2 videos after the whole college admission scandal first happened. You know, the first video that she posted, I believe it was not received very well. But I really want to talk about this particular video because it's after the Red Table Talk and after she, you know, took accountability for everything that had happened and actually opened up and talked about it on the Red Table Talk. But this video is just a normal vlog, honestly. But I did have some thoughts about how she can move forward and how she's going to be perceived from this video. And, you know, I do have a lot of criticism because I don't feel like this was the best way to come back. First of all, I feel like she should have made a video on her own channel addressing things and saying sorry. I know that a lot of people saw her Red Table Talk, but again, not everybody has Facebook. And if your biggest platform is YouTube, then you should be able to post an apology or post something on your YouTube channel. I don't think that it's really enough to just go on a Red Table Talk rather than, you know, make a dedicated video to this scandal before moving forward. It feels very weird. And for people who don't know that she did a Red Table Talk or people that don't have Facebook, it just doesn't feel like she ever addressed it, even though she did on there, but that's not really her platform. So, and also she talked about it in the vlog. She said, you know, I don't want to like act like nothing has happened. But I did talk about it on my Red Table Talk, but I feel like she should have just made a video on her YouTube channel, really explaining and talking for herself rather than having a more guided conversation. I feel like she should have just done that, or at least maybe reposted the Red Table Talk on her channel, just something that shows I'm addressing this on my channel, on my own platforms as well, rather than like going to another platform, if that makes sense. Just so that people understand that she takes this very seriously, that she's taking accountability and that she's holding herself accountable on her own platform. So yeah, beyond that, I think that this video, I did have a few things about it that were just interesting to me. So I think that for one thing, she was definitely monitoring what she said in the beginning, because in the beginning of the vlog, she didn't just start the vlog, but she did kind of address some things, but she didn't really go into any detail. But she monitored what she said super heavily. I think that she knows that whatever she says is going to be picked apart, analyzed, critiqued, things of that nature. So she's really trying hard to use the most proper language. And while I appreciate that, I do think that it should come from a more natural standpoint. Like, I feel like real change means that you're not even having to force the fact that you've changed. It just comes naturally and it comes out of you naturally. But I felt like she really doesn't want anything that she says to be taken out of context or anything like that. And honestly, I feel like she has more of a jumpy nature. Like she's almost kind of scared to do anything on social media. She's scared to be like she was on social media before, which was much more open. And she didn't analyze her words as much as she did before, but now she's very much, it just felt to me like she was scared almost. Like she knew, okay, I have to be on my best behavior in this video. And then after the intro, she then started the vlog, and I'm pretty sure that she's gonna start doing like daily vlogs. I think that I think it was titled like daily vlog or something. So she's going to be posting content and things of that nature. So she started her intro, which I think is for the rest of the vlogs that she will be doing. And in the intro, she shows her parents. And I think that was extremely tone deaf. I think that if Olivia Jade wants to continue her social media career, which I think that she can do if she plays it the right way, the last thing that she should do is show her parents. She's in this whole predicament because of her parents. She's in all of this trouble and all of this drama really mainly because of her parents. She wouldn't have been able to get away with this on her own. She didn't have the money to get away with it on her own. So it was really her parents. Her parents went to jail for all of this. Her parents are the ones who are getting mass amounts of scrutiny. So the last thing that she should do is show her parents. So I just did not think that was a good idea. And really what I think it's showing is regardless of what my parents did, regardless of how much people really hate my parents, I'm going to have my parents back. I'm going to still show my parents because they're my parents. And while I understand that, and while honestly, I don't fault Olivia for having her parents back, I don't fault her for that at all. I think that she's just, they gave her, she loves her parents, and that's a great thing. I don't want her whole family life to fall apart because of this. But if YouTube is your job and if social media is your job, then you need to know your audience. And a lot of influencers don't show their parents. You don't have to. I know that she probably wants to be open with her audience, but I think that in this situation, this is a different situation than other situations. It's different than how her situation was before all of this happened. And I think that it just doesn't make sense for her to put her parents on her channel. I think that moving forward, her putting her parents on the channel would have to be like, we have to discuss this. That would be the only time that I feel like it'd be appropriate, because it would just feel like, oh yeah, life is great. We did nothing wrong. They didn't have go to prison because of what they did, their actions, which were completely wrong. They were in their 40s, 50s or whatever. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were not ignorant nor blind to the situation. People have more grace for Olivia, but people have literally zero grace for her parents. So the fact that she would put them in the intro doesn't really sit right with me. And I don't think it will sit right with her audience moving forward. I think that people are willing to accept her, but I think that her trying to have people accept her parents as well is not the best move. Also, the intro itself, without even her parents being in it, was also kind of off-putting, just because it was like all of this footage from obviously a time when she wasn't on social media, when she was just kind of, it looked like she was just going on trips with her friends. She was having a great time in Malibu and traveling the world and doing all of these things. And it's just very tone deaf. It's like, in her Red Table Talk, she was like, yeah, I took a lot of time to think. And then you see her having the best time of her life. And it's like, did you take time to think? I just didn't think that the intro was very tone deaf to me. It just felt like, okay, sis, like you were so sad about it. It looked like she didn't actually get any type of real punishment other than not having her social media platforms. Just because that intro it was a montage of different clips of her on vacation, her having a great time at this place and that place and at mansions and on the beach, and it's tone deaf. That's what it felt like. It felt like it was very tone deaf. So then she gets into the vlog, and it's just a normal daily vlog. She wakes up and she makes her coffee and, all of those things. Like, it's just a normal daily vlog. She goes and she exercises and she takes care of her dogs. And then she says she films a video for YouTube and edits. And then, I think she, cooked. And that was pretty much it for her day. And I just don't think it's hard, because if you watch my Red Table Talk video if you watched my video about the Red Table Talk, then you know that I was one of those people that kind of wanted to give her grace. Just because I felt like she was genuine, at least in her apology, and was genuine at least knowing, okay, yeah, what we did was wrong. And that's really what I look for when I see someone apologize. It's just about knowing what you did wrong and knowing that you have to move forward. And I can't even really fault her for the critiques that I'm going to make, but it's just kind of like, if you're going to do social media, if you're going to be an influencer, especially, if your whole content is going to just be based around your life, it just shouldn't be. I think that that's the last thing that she should do. I think that if she wants to continue to be on YouTube, she should come up with content that has nothing to do with her life, because it will literally just enrage people even more. I mean, the entire vlog was literally a pretty little rich girl who doesn't really do much, especially, doesn't do much because of quarantine. If it was out of quarantine, she would definitely be going shopping or doing something like that, or, spending money in some way or having a lot of fun, because she's pretty and rich and that's what they do. And it felt very lazy. She was like, I'm so exhausted from filming and editing videos that probably take it's not hard to make beauty content. And the type of beauty content that she makes, I know it's not difficult. Let's not lie to ourselves. So for her to kind of act like, oh, I did all of this work, I'm so tired. Girl, you're not in school, you're not doing homework, you're making fun makeup videos probably, or like a fashion haul. And the last thing she'd do is a fashion haul, because people really don't want to see how much money you have. And she's in her high-rise apartment. When she was showing the view from her high-rise apartment, I was like, Olivia, who is her PR? Who is her manager? Because they're doing a horrible job. This was the worst video to come back with. Literally the worst video to come back with, because it just proved, guys, I'm still privileged and rich and you guys still have nothing. And I can get away with literally doing no work. No actual work. There was no work done in that video whatsoever. Clearly she doesn't have a job but social media. And that in and of itself is immense amounts of privilege. A lot of YouTubers still have to have side jobs or this or that and the fourth. And YouTube is just kind of like, she gets to do it as a job because her bills are paid, because her parents still have millions and millions and millions of dollars. And they always will. So this was just a worse video to come back with, honestly, because it's like, regardless of how much she says sorry and regardless of how canceled she got, she never actually reaped any consequences of her actions and of her parents' actions. And it was so evident, it was so clear. And I think that if she was going to come back with any type of content, it should be content that at least had a lot of effort. Vlogging has like no effort involved. You literally just jump cuts and that's basically it. And she probably has an editor. I wouldn't be surprised if she does. Actually, I think she said that she edited videos, so I take that back. She probably doesn't have an editor, but it's just jump cuts. Like, I don't know. Really, when I was watching the video, I was like, I was rooting for you, and now I feel like I can't root for you because you're not showing that you understand why people are so upset. And then if you look at the comments, literally they're all just tearing her apart. Like she I don't know if she thought that maybe people will be nicer, or maybe if she expected this, but I did see some comments where they were talking about how she was deleting comments. So maybe she wasn't expecting people to not take very well to what she was coming back with. But I don't know what she expected. The content was very tone deaf. And I think that Olivia thinks, okay, I took some time. She took a long time, actually. She took like a year. And she took like a year and a half, really. She went on Red Table Talk, and now she feels like, okay, I have dealt with the consequences and now I can come back with the same exact content. And no, you can't, because people are just going to be upset with that content, and she needs to understand that. I think that she is she's tone deaf, and she doesn't understand normal people. She's been rich her entire life. So she doesn't really understand that people are going to stay upset. Like, she does not understand that this is not good enough for most people, because she didn't really face the proper consequences, nor will she ever be at the same, in the same socioeconomic standpoint as most of the people who are watching her content. She'll never really truly understand how it feels to know, I didn't get into the school, but you did. Which is something that I felt. Like, watching this video, I was watching it and I was like, wait, that's the girl that got into USC when I got placed on like this whole transfer program thing. She could have had my spot, you know what I'm saying? Or people who were like waitlisted for USC and she got in. And they're watching her content and they're like, wow, you got in because you're rich, and now all you're doing is showing off your wealth. And she is oblivious. It's like she's oblivious to this. And for someone who's 21 years old, at some point you have to learn how to critically think. They should have taught you that at USC for the little time that you were there. And understand, like, this is not going to go over well. Whoever her PR person is literally needs to get fired. She needs to hire some better PR people who aren't going to just be yes people, because this was just not the right move. Honestly, I think that if she wants to move forward on social media, and I'm not saying that the girl is a terrible person. I'm not saying that I don't believe that she's sorry, because I do think that. But I do also think that she's still very tone deaf, and she still doesn't understand the weight of her actions and the weight of how she moves forward. I don't think that she really understands that. I don't think that she understands how she's going to be perceived or received on social media. But I just think that if she's going to come back with content, it should be content that definitely feels like it's very well done and well made, because it shows that she's putting in work and effort into something, rather than things kind of being handed to her. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of vloggers, that's not work. That's not real work. That's why a lot of celebrities get on YouTube and just vlog, because it's not actual work. It's not having to come up with different content ideas. They know that they'll be able to make money off of the fact that they have so much money and people are so intrigued by their lifestyle. And maybe she thinks that she still has a pretty big fan base. I don't really see that many stans of Olivia Jade, so I don't really feel like, I just think that she is not making the right content for the people that are going to be watching her every move from now on. If she's going to make content, she should make content about privilege. She should make content that educates. She should make content that you can tell is like, I now see this, so now I'm going to do something about it. Or content of things that she's like really passionate about, other than beauty and makeup, because I just don't feel like that will be received very well. Just something that shows that she has a lot of depth. This content did not feel like she had a lot of depth. It really felt like she was a pretty rich girl from LA who gets whatever she wants, will always have money, will always be comfortable. And that's not really the type of content that people want to see from her, given what has happened. So I think that moving forward, she should make content that shows depth, shows that she's passionate about things, and really shows people that she is more than the scandal. This just was not the content that she should have put out. It just simply wasn't. And I know that people might think that I'm reading really into it, but if you look at the comments, people are saying the same thing. So I don't feel like it's a real reach for me to say what I'm saying. So that is it for me. Please enjoy this obligatory picture of Keith Powers as I close out. But those were my thoughts about Olivia Jade's return to YouTube. And what she can do to move forward on social media if she chooses to continue to try to be an influencer. I just don't think that this was the right way to go. I think that if she wants to move forward, she'll have to change her content. And I think that every day that she's on social media will be her trying to prove that she has learned from the situation, because so many people are very upset. So, you know, to try to pretend like it hasn't happened, to try to go back to the same content is not going to work. It's just not going to work. So yeah, that is it for me. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of Olivia Jade, what you think of her return video if you have watched it, what you think of what I said in this video, anything like that. Go ahead and comment that down below. Please do subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications so that you're notified of the next time that I post a video, and please do follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will be in the description down below. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.